This clip is brought to you by Merrick Health, the premium telehealth network from Derek More Plates, More Dates. Get your blood work and hormone optimization done under the same roof. Enjoy this clip.
And you just mentioned the lower back. So what are some, because, you know, a lot of people within lifting and powerlifting have very tight lower backs. So
I think it's still the greatest place where people spend money in our medical community is for lower back pain.
Yeah, lower back pain, lower back injuries. I mean, you had one of those, right? So what have you found, you know, even after your lower back injury, just things to bring some movement and not just movement, but also strength to the area? Because although you want to be able to move your lower back, you still don't want it to be weak.
Yeah. Yeah. So any hamstring stretch that you could ever do, you're probably also going to feel it in your lower back because it's so interconnected. The nerves for your legs that go through your hamstring stem from that lower back or your sacral area, or it's, some of it comes from your lumbar area. So any type of nerve floss is going to help, but spinal articulation exercises for the whole back are just very, very helpful. There's one Pilates exercise called spine stretch where you're sitting on the ground, you're sitting straight up, so you're at a 90-degree angle, your legs are straight out in front of you, and your arms are out, and then you just start with your head, you nod your chin, you start to reach your head forward and just through your cervical spine first. Then you go through one bone at a time through your upper back, just one bone at a time, reaching forward. You really push your ribs out back behind you because then you start to round even further. And then you think about your belly button going back toward your spine as you start to round forward through the lumbar spine. And then you're reaching all the way forward. Pretty soon you're in a hamstring stretch, but you feel it in your lower back because you're flexing so much. So any type of way that you can mobilize that lower back through articulation, which means one bone at a time, is going to be a good thing. And you can even do that while in the office, sitting in your chair. Just tuck your tailbone under and then push your low back into the chair. Okay, and now try and get as tall as possible. Start to get as tall as you possibly can. You'll notice your pelvis slightly anteriorly tilts a little bit. And if you play with those moves, it really tends to help as long as you're doing it often enough to give your body the stimulus to adapt. So all it is just time and consistency. That's all it is.
And one thing I've noticed is like adding load to that somehow. Like, well, there's the Jefferson curl, obviously, but there's a lot of stuff you can do with the cable machines to still allow yourself to articulate and then bend at the lower back. A lot of that is, at least for my progress, and I'm feeling for your progress too, has sped things up a lot.
Yeah. Again, people admonish that. They hate it. Loaded stretching for the lower back, that's Satan himself. It's bad. It's not bad for you. It's actually probably one of the healthiest things you can do for your low back if you have a back that's not completely and totally shattered and injured. There are some things that you need to take care of, but if your back is healthy, you need to round it, and why not do it under load? If you have proper load management and it's a light enough weight and you feel comfortable doing it, please do it. Jefferson curls, highly, highly recommend them. Cable stack, you're doing the Pilates spine stretch, but now you're just holding a cable in front of you and it's pulling you forward. And then you have to like stack your spine back up. So good. But instead of pulling directly back, it also helps to either sit up against a wall and then bring one bone to the wall at a time. Oh my God, the tactile feedback with that feels so good. Or you can just do it against an imaginary wall, but it's really hard if you don't like see yourself but getting that tactile feedback, somebody can stand behind you with a pole, hold it straight up. I've done that before. There's so many different ways you can do it.
You could also use a band. If you had something to hold a band down and you were pulling against a band and you like, let's say you had a kettlebell that you put on top of a band. Yeah. And then you were using the band to pull you forward and then pull back. You can do that with the band too.
I've done that with loaded pancake stretching as well, which also involves a lot of spinal flexion because in order to reach forward, you have to flex your spine. Yeah. So, another thing, if you have a goal in mind for your exercise, it helps a lot. So if you're just focusing on doing my spine stretch right now, you're going to do your spine stretch. But if you have a goal like, I am going to reach this water bottle. Oh, I'm an inch away in 5 more reps. Oh, I can reach it now. If you didn't have that goal, you never would have gotten that far because you're just in the mode of I'm doing reps right now. But if you have a goal to reach for, oh my God, it changes the game. It really does.
Okay. Hey guys, if you like this clip, go ahead and comment down below and let us know what you liked about it. All right. Share this with a friend. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And also, we are on Reddit and Discord. All that's down below. All our sponsors and everyone that supports us down below there too, so you can get whatever you like from us. All right? Peace.